about trance music.
Yo, people, this is the first episode where we get to dissect and really get into my mindset and the people I worked with, amazing choreographers, as well as myself and the choreography and more my creative direction and why I did what I did with people's choreography, if not my own choreography. I'm not going to lie, probably most of it's going to be my choreography, but I am going to try and break down, if it's not my choreo, it's probably going to be India's. If it's not India's, it's going to be Kobe's, or you know what I mean, or Toby. You get what I'm trying to say. So we're gonna get straight into it, and when we get straight into it, the video we're gonna be breaking down in getting straight into it is the UDO video. There's so many moments, musically, choreographically, that is dope, that I'm gonna want to talk about. So you're going to be watching with me. If you've never watched before, this is new to you, then cool. And if you have, I'll say you're going to enjoy it. So let's just go straight into it. That's cool. This was mad because we just came back from HHI. It didn't go too well, should we say?
Here's your music.
So here it is. Let's move my box up. Yeah, you see that moment. So the intro was changed from the original HHI intro. I went for something that really was musical. So the original intro musically was I can't remember actually, to be fair. It was what's his name? Krebs and Conan. And then I went for this This Is America. Originally I wanted to say this was the UK. Before we come to all this, I literally wanted to say this was the UK. And me and Kobe went through different ways we were going to put this together. The music actually comes from Stephen. Stephen was like very heavily involved with IMD, especially on its next kind of, I say the third generation of IMD. And he had sent this music after they come back from Turkey. And he said, yo, use this track. Or I think he gave it to Kobe, or Kobe told me. I think he told me before as well. He'd let me listen to it at a statement rehearsal. So that's how this song came to be. And this is how I came up to this moment of hearing this track. Not This Is America, but the track that we remixed and started dancing with. And then I really liked This Is America, but obviously I didn't feel it would work because we'd come here to win. It was like, yo, we're coming to win. And yeah, so that's what made me change the intro, was the kind of This Is America thing. Let me just take that back. So that was the idea. And I kind of wanted to use the bodies like pianos. So it was kind of like playing on piano, because I played the piano bit of the intro, and I wanted to really get that piano visibly seen with the bodies. You can see my tall self. I don't know if you can see it. Look, I really thought I went low. I am nowhere. If I'm the guy with the, you can see the white I don't know if it's a white band or a watch. I don't know what it is, but yeah, I'm that guy. I don't know what possessed me to believe I was low. I was nowhere near.
Here's your music.
Alright, so that whole moment in my head when I created it, I'm a big X-Men fan, and I really looked at it as, yeah, creating piano, but I didn't look at this is the one time I'll say it wasn't the person in the middle, which is me. It wasn't I was orchestrating it, because normally when I put people in the middle of sets where I had like a piano or instruments or orchestra stuff, orchestral stuff, I normally say, oh, you're the conductor, you're bringing it to life. In this particular case, no, I kind of went for an X-Men feel of I'm Magneto and I'm bringing this to life. So you see me do it. I'll go back. You see me do it. And that's what I wanted people to do. So I kind of wanted that. You see that? With my hands. you can see it literally nearly goes wrong because her arm, I don't think she stiffened her arms on that bit, but I used all my might in my leg to get her around no matter what. And what I love about Tink's also that kind of mentality alongside me. She has that mentality of that kind of, yeah, we have to get the job no matter what done, even if no matter who goes where wrong and how the job needs to be done. And what's dope is that we kept this trick knowing full well that we had just lost the whole point in Worlds. Now, the reason they said they lost, it was seen as unsafe, like we didn't look stable when we were doing it. We were hella stable. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to let it play for a bit. I don't know if you noticed, so Kyrie's hat drops, and this is the reason why I hate being in sets. I have this problem when I see something like visibly go wrong. I kind of like go like, I've got to do something. If it's like me, I style it out like it's nothing. But when I see it with someone else, I panic a little bit and I think like, I've got to do something. So I don't know why, even though you don't notice it, I kind of think what to do for like literally 2 seconds. I think what to do. So I think put her on my back and then go and pick it up. But then he picks it up, and then I went into selfish mode. I was like, all right, it's you then. Look what I'm whipping. This is America. All right, cool. Yeah, so choreographically, the idea of this, we wanted to kind of use an old move that we'd used before. I think Kobe came and just killed it at that bit. He kind of played on that whole kind of this is America. And again, like I said, I originally wanted the whole UK thing. I'm really not breaking it down because obviously I'm trying to keep within the 15 minutes margin that I set myself. So with this, there's the whole bit where me and Tink have our little moment. Everyone's in line. It looks sick from like just everyone. My daughter, everyone. Yeah. So anyway, so we get to this point where what I always want to iconically put the IMD march in there. Some of that Legion march. Cool. And then Kobe really went, I didn't tell him to do this. He just come in. This is what I mean by taking the moment and then taking it to another level. He really went for the This is America moment. Obviously we can see Kyrie says. Also I want to add in the original flip trick was meant to be here was Jack was meant to go off my back. Just spoiler alert. But he didn't do it, so he went for a dive. Look what I'm whipping. This is America. Don't got to cast. So for me, when I'm choreographing things, it's important to hide the trick. A good friend of mine said it to me. We spoke about it years ago, nearly 10 years ago now. And he was talking to me, Breaker, and he was talking about like concealing the moment. Same thing Tony Adigan said to me as well. It's about concealing the moment. It's not about just the trick or the movement. It's about the build up to it. So I kind of took both their things, and I think that's what's made IMD their little iconic trick crew, like people like to try and say. It's because I took what Tony said, which was it's all about the build up, and I took from what Breaker said, it's about concealing, and I put it together. And I think it's become iconic with IMD that we have this whole big build up before a trick. You don't know where it's coming from. Boom, then it happens, and you'll see it all the way through. Especially stuff that I choreograph and creatively direct. This is America. So you'll see it again. Now you're getting what I mean when that's how I do things. Now what? In fact, watch it from the intro, and then you'll see that I do it all the way through. It's a build up. I conceal it, and then it happens. You see that? Let's do it again. Build up. Then it happens. Same thing here. Boom. See it again. Build up. Jack to the back. Concealed. Then he comes out. Kobe conceals it. Build up happening now. Still, no one sees it. Comes out with it. There we go. See what I'm saying? Build up, seal, execute.
This is America. Guns in my area. My area. I gotta carry him. Once again, move the renegade master. People damage your power to the people. Once again, move the renegade master.
Like, it was a big thing to have that in the track for me. The wave concept, I wanted to bring something that I've always seen, like we've used the dive concept and everything, and I wanted to bring a wave concept to it all. So in my head, I remember us being in the studio for time, and I was just trying to find, how do I make I have another mindset when I'm choreographing things. I look at things as they've been done for thousands of years. Someone jumping over someone, circus stuff and everything like that. So when Kyrie's was jumping over, I knew it didn't mean nothing. We'd used this trick before with Kyrie's going over Corey. So we were using it again, but I was like, even though it was sick when it happened then, it was that kind of feeling of what was amazing about it. So I thought it was all about concealing again, the build up to it. And then how would we execute it to make it look different? Kyrie's did an amazing jump. Even the way Hannah, and I believe it's always a way that the person does it. It's not just the case of the trick, but how they do it. And then what you see here is what I did is I concealed it, but it's weird. I concealed it, but exposed it. So you could say in some weird way, I kind of flourished it like a freaking cake or something. I don't know how to explain that, but yeah, you know what I mean? Like I made it better than what it was creatively by using the bodies as a human wave. So you see how we got into that. So I always believe, I was taught by a guy called Del Mack that it's not just a case of just going from choreo to choreo, but using your transition. So I got my retainers in as choreo. Once again, move the renegade master. People damage your power to the people. Once again, move the renegade master. People damage with the ill behavior. Typical. Yeah, as you can see, I love taking risks. So I got that chucked across. He catches it, and you're sitting there going, ooh. Also, the choreo that we used there was from Yao. We used it the year before as well with our under-18s team, but we kind of changed bits in this one. But yeah, it was. We wanted to add different flavors into that. So you can, if you can hear underneath, I put musical tones. So even though I said I'm using all these, I can't remember the track. So please don't quote me. I can't remember the track that we remixed This Is America with. And then obviously I did the whole horns and amazing tracks and piano and strings and all that stuff. But we also then put this track in, Tour de France. And it's a kind of like, it's a little Easter egg to what me and Bakari used to do as kids. We used to, and I guess it's Turbo technically that we got this from. And we used to do like loads of popping. We used to pop to Tour de France a lot. I say it was more Bakari, so I guess it was Turbo, yeah, because Bakari brought it to me. Then me and him then did stuff to it, and then we always used to be our freestyle track, and in this case I used it here. So yeah, it's quite sick when you think about it. It's an Easter egg to the old days of EMP, Electromagnetic Pulse Dance Crew, where Bakari was electro, Warren was magnetic, and I was Mr. Pulse. So yeah, so it's kind of all Easter eggy, and then I'm the guy popping in the middle as well. So yeah, cool. And we used this at Worlds as well, but we kind of reformed it and changed it. Yeah, don't catch you slipping now. Yeah, so there, we did a magic trick, and we was getting into magic tricks. One of the people that inspired us with these whole magic trick things was a crew called ID Co. So yeah. I actually got carried away. I made a mistake, and then I started throwing my finger. I don't know why I did it, but it reminded me of the days my mum and like at Ghanaian parties. So that was never meant to be in the set. It's one of those moments again that wasn't meant to be. Me and Kobe was meant to have a moment, and I just got carried away. if I'm correct in believing, I think it was Kobe that created this choreo, but we took it, or maybe it was me, I don't know, I can't remember. But in this particular section, when we had the ooh, we took that from World section and we had them all in the middle, and we, again, back to that point, we kind of concealed it, the build up, then we conceal it to execute. Me and Kobe really get proud of this moment. So watch at the back. Look what they do. Look at the back. Ooh. America. Hey, like, me and Kobe was mad proud of that moment because we actually made that to go on time with the beat musically and everything. It was just sick. And I love the way Kyrie's and Cobes literally hit the America. Like, you would miss these little beats. You would miss these little kind of beat moments that we did musically. So Kyrie's and Kobe killed it. Look how everyone does their part, like, by staying low so it can be seen. Like, do you know what I mean? I'll play it again. You when you watch it, even when Aisha does her bit. Also, spoiler alert, Kobe was meant to go underneath Kyrie's, but because he wasn't getting it right, we just let it go, and Kobe just slid to the side. It seems like no one could get it right other than Kamani. Aisha killed this bit. Sick, man. See that? Josh decided to wear red boxes. If I could kill him.
Too live.
Again, build up, conceal,
We ain't
execute. Regan and like Grace, like, I love it. So Regan and Grace and Jack came up with that idea. So we'd had the kind of beast mode thing, but they came up with the idea to kind of have it like, they were like, did I say Grace? Was it Grace? I think it was Grace. No, or was that Aisha? It's one of them. But I think we came up with the idea of like, yo, let's kind of beast mode it, and then Jack would grab him like the late DMX, like, these my dogs, and we go out and we go kill. Like, it was sick. Even the build up with Hannah coming up again. I told you, conceal that. That's kind of my choreographic trait. But yeah. You hear them Transformer sounds. You're gonna hear that with me. That kind of that Matrixy. When, and again, Kyrie's killing it. The whole team like doing their bits. Again, the build up. So it's like we've gone into an execution that turned into a build up. I'll show you what I mean. Like it was execution, it's turned into a build up.
Street brawl all out.
And then you got Regan chucking at the end. Yeah, it was an emotional time. Yeah, it was emotional. I'm gonna finish it there, but yeah, like it was. It's next level on how I think choreographically. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got to see my mindset. I don't think I was as clear as I could have been, but I hope you like took away some stuff from it and you got to like learn a little bit like how I choreograph and how I put things together. But yeah, I'll see you on the next episode of Big O Choreo Breakdown. See you people and have a good day.
Tracks music.